Hello YouTube, welcome back to several hours of metal preparation condensed down into several minutes of boring video. This is horizontal stabilizer video number 4, and we're continuing the prep work on the ribs for priming in order to start the assembly of the horizontal stabilizer front spar. Looking back at this now, I realize I should have just put the 2-inch Scotch-Brite wheel on my drill press and just run those holes around that. That would have made quick work of them. And here I'm looking at these nose ribs, and damn these nose ribs. I'll have something to say about them in a future video, but damn them for now. Deburring them was a pain in the ass, and then you have to sort of radius the front edge on one of the flanges so they don't bump the skin or they don't create a bump in the skin. And I was like, all right, well, maybe I can use the Scotch-Brite wheel for that. Eventually I found that if you put the indentation between the two flanges right here up against the corner of the Scotch-Brite wheel, it perfectly does a little radius on the in between each flange, and that just made the job so much easier than using a file. And magically they did fit nicely into the skin when I test fit them after that. So we're just doing some fluting here to make sure these are all nice and flat. And even though we fluted them, they were still a pain in the butt to fit into the skin properly. It's just everything in this stabilizer is a really tight fit. And I'm an idiot, and I decided to do the fluting before making sure all the flanges are 90 degrees. So this is a little tool that I built that slightly overbends each flange, and just past I think it's like 115 degrees or something like that. And when the metal springs back, it goes to almost exactly 90. So it works really well. And then through the magic of video, we come back with some primed parts ready to go. So here's the actual starting of the assembly process for the front spar. And let's see here. Yeah, we're just working on it a bit here. Yeah, and in the previous video, I had noticed that there was a problem with some of the when I was match drilling or when I was final drilling some of the holes in the double air plate. And this is when I was putting these together, I was like, well, some of these rivets are a little bit on the loose side, so I took some time away and sort of came back to figure out what the heck I needed to do. And this is where I'm like, all right, what the heck's going on? It's still not so sure. So I pulled up this the spec, and this is the spec sheet, or rather the whole size specs. This is part of a spec, and this specific table is from a website that I'll link below. That shows, what's an okay size hole and what's not for each specific size rivet you're going to use. Again, called Vans, and gave them the sort of long and short of it, and they said it's fine. So we're building on. I'm just riveting in those spar caps. That's what those are, spar caps. Doubler on the spar caps in. I think in the next video we start to do some countersinking, maybe? Not positive on this. I have to figure it out. Whatever. Anyway, that's it for here. So, we'll see you next time.